Hi guys, today I'm going to show you how I make these cute crochet hoop earrings. And yes, they are slightly different, but that's because my yarn is like that and I love it, so don't mind me, but you can use a solid color. And this is a weight 2 yarn, and this one in particular is a little stretchy, but it doesn't matter, you can use any yarn 2 yarn. And also a number 2 hook, okay? And you will need a couple of hoops to yarn over. So let me show you how I get these started. Okay guys, so I'm gonna show you how to make this earring. I'm going to tie the yarn around my hook, and I'm gonna leave a very short tail. Okay, the one thing I do recommend paying attention to when you start is something that I neglected to do the first time, which is, see, in this one I started my single crochets while I had the earring post to my right. And then when I do the second one right now with you to show you, I'm going to start at the other end. So the first one I started on this side, this one I'm going to start on this side. And that's important because you need one earring for the left and one for the right. And what's gonna happen is in this one, you can see how this is like the back and see the front. So the way these little borders look, it's going to be different in the front and in the back. And so what I did, let me see if I have a pair to show you. I think, let me see, are these it? No, these I did correctly. I think it's the ones I'm wearing. Let me show you real quick. So for these guys, this is the front, the right side, the pretty side, and the post is on this side. So this technically belongs to my right ear, so that when I put it on like this, people can see this pretty side. And then for this one, the same, when I put it on the left side, this pretty side is going to be towards my neck. So I neglected to, what I had to do was start on the opposite side so that both pretty sides will be out. I hope that makes sense. So anyways, let's see if I'm gonna do it right. So the first one I started here, so in this one I'm gonna start here. So the first few stitches are tricky because it is a little tricky crocheting around a hook, a loop. So okay, hold on to this, and there's my first single crochet there, and I'm gonna try to keep this tail so that I can yarn over it. Okay, and that's 2, and so the first few is tricky. I'm really not a fan of these 2mm crochet hooks. 3 and 4 and 5, and I'm also using this new gadget to record, which moves as I move. I'm gonna need my glasses, so I had to stop there for a second. And for my earrings, I've been doing between 40 to 50. So it just depends on the size of your hoop, how many single crochets you're gonna do. Okay, so I'm gonna keep going around the hoop, and I'll let you know how many I did. Okay, and it's okay if it twists like that. In the end, we're gonna fix it, so don't worry. Okay, so I did 44, which is exactly how many stitches I did in my other hoop. So whatever many stitches you decide to do around your hoop depends on the size. I mean, here I could probably fit a couple more, but I did 44 on this one, so I want to keep them symmetrical, so I will keep it at 44. And you know, this is going to move around, that's okay. At the end we're going to glue the edges here with some fabric glue to kind of help it stay in place. And if I do another earrings, I have done a couple more, but then when I'm trying to make my stitches, it's really tight in there. So we don't want it to be too loose like this, and we don't want it to be too tight that you can't put the stitches in there. I just pushed mine over the edge here. Let me fix that. There we go. Okay, so here's the fun part. I'm gonna turn my hoop and I'm gonna chain one, and I'm going to just do a single crochet into that first one, and I'm going to do 6 double crochets into the next loop. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I'm going to skip 3. So you can pull these to see carefully, 1, 2, 3, and on the 4th one, I will insert a slip stitch. Okay, and there's my little border. Okay, and then I'm going to yarn over, and in the beginning of the hoop, I'm going to skip only 2, and in the 3rd one, I will do my 6 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and I'm going to skip 3, 1, 2, 3, and then my 4th. Oh, I'm gonna do my slip stitch there. Yarn over, and I'm gonna skip my 3, 1, 2. Actually 2 I said in the beginning, and then in my 3rd one, I had already yarned over. In my 3rd one, I'm going to do my 6 double crochets. So there's my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and skip 1, 2, 3, and in my 4th one, slip stitch, and just continue this pattern. Skip 2, 6 double crochet into the next, skip 3 and slip stitch, skip 2, 6 double crochet in the next, all the way to the end. So I'll see you at the end of this round. So before I move on, I wanted to point out that after pausing the video, I did notice that some of my stitches were in the wrong hole. So make sure that the 6 double crochets are in the same hole space, but you know, that was just a mistake due to the fact that my recording device is so close to my eyes and I'm trying to keep my camera steady and record, and and see through the camera lens, and sometimes that's hard, but I'm going to continue with the pattern as I just told you. So I got to the end. This loop hoop has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these borders. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And so here on the last, it's not going to be 3. I think it's a 2 stitches, but I'm gonna go ahead and just slip stitch there. I may have missed a stitch somewhere, but it's not gonna make a big deal. Sorry, I'm out of frame there. And just slip stitch there and cut a tail, not too long. We're gonna weave it in, pull it through, and if you get this, you know, your yarn kind of stuck on there out of your hoop, just kind of get it back in there. I don't like to glue it till the end because I like to place it down. Now these came out very different because this is the type of yarn that's just, the colors keep changing, but I don't mind that. So I'm gonna continue to do a couple, and I'm gonna do them all in the gold ring, and then just kind of match up the ones that look like they have similar colors later. But I don't mind this little bit of a different look. It kind of gives it a boho vibe with the yarn and the colors. So, but you can certainly use a solid color yarn. Just make sure that it's a 2, because I have tried other colors, other sizes, and it makes it harder. So now go ahead and thread a needle through your little tail and just weave in these ends. Okay. Cut the extra yarn nice and tight against there, and you're all done. So now what I like to do to secure is I use this fabric fusion, and I just like to dab a little bit on both ends and allow it to dry overnight. And then I push it back a little bit to get some in the loop, in the hoop, and then push it forward. And then same here, just kind of spread the glue with your fingers and over the hoop. And then just let it dry. And if you see little gaps in your earrings, just push the yarn that way. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thanks for watching.